Hi community, welcome to this pickacard reading. My name is Elena and this is Angel's Cup Tarot. Today we're going to find out your feelings versus their feelings in this connection, and we're going to be looking at the mutual shared feelings. What are the feelings that the two of you have in common? Are there feelings for you reciprocated? We're going to find all of that out. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, then pick a pile. We have 3 piles to choose from: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can pause the video if you need some time to pick and choose, and I'll leave the timestamps in the description box down below so you can click directly to your reading. And as always, let's begin. Hi pile 1, if you chose this deck or this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. I already pre-pulled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. We have quite a bit of cards. So this is their feelings, this is your feelings, and those are the mutuals. And we're going to find out. Okay, so let's start with their feelings. Let's start with these. We have the King of Cups upright. Okay. So I would say that right off the bat, the male part in this connection is very enamored and wants this connection. That's an energy that comes through. They're very curious about the more female part in terms of polarity. You can take that as it resonates. Don't take anything that doesn't resonate. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the more female part isn't moving toward the connection right now. I get that right off the bat. 7 of Pentacles. So this side is going to be the more male part, because this person does want to invest in the connection, feels like the connection is a wise investment into their future. And we have the Moon. There's things left unsaid, and there's some secrecy surrounding this connection, and things haven't moved forward for some time now. I get that. We have the Emperor. The more male part feels very tempted to have the female in their life. They feel very powerful when the female is around them. They also started to gain some emotional maturity with the King of Cups being here. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So the female part seems to be very prosperous, but I would say that this is talking about being prosperous in nurturing something, being prosperous in tending to something. You chose this Bunny Oracle deck. It's actually a rune deck, which shortly gotten to be one of my favorite decks. It's very wholesome and the depictions are very on point, very much connected to the bunny card that you chose. So the feminine part in this connection seems to be very prosperous and very wholesome person. Then we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, I'm not sure how to put that. That's talking about something in terms of what actually went down in this connection already, or what would need to happen in order to bring this about, but I'm not quite there yet. 3 of Swords, heartbroken. This part here is heartbroken about the connection. Got their feelings hurt. We have Urus for the rune card. And that's like, okay, physical action, very action oriented as well, this part. But also it seems to be as though there's like an ongoing disagreement. Could be in terms of energy, could also be in terms of the progression of this connection not going as smoothly. We have Thor, so more, I don't read these in reverse, so more combat, and seems as though their actions don't line up with their feelings and intentions for this connection. The 2 of Cups. This is the 2 of Hearts in the Jane Austen deck. So wanting to indulge in the beauty and yumminess of the connection. Emotionally very charged. Your person, which for most of you, so the energies might be flip-flop, but for most of you, this seems to be the more male part in the connection. And then we have purpose. Okay, so I get a sense of this person lacking purpose in the past, just browsing through, seeing what's possible for them. And that might have led to heartbreak for this person and disagreement. They're coming to terms with that. 4 of Action, okay. This is the 4th one. So this person wants stability and wants a future with you. Very stable, committed, whatever the next step in commitment would be. And there's a huge possibility that the 2 of you did talk about something like that. At least it's very clear to this person what you wanted in this connection and for this connection. 9 of Abundance. Actually, I feel like they're content with their choices, not with their choices. They're content in life. This is more so talking about this, how this person's situated right now. So they feel like now is a good time for them to make a move, and they're aware of that. but something has to shift and change. Maybe they caused you heartbreak. What definitely needs to be resolved is this heartbreak. So how does this person feel right now? What's actually coming through for me in this is that the Emperor and Thor look very much alike, and they both come with this goat, being depicted with this goat. So very interesting how we see this, and maybe this person in the past has sort of looked down on you. I'm not getting a real sense of condescendment. It's more so not taking this connection as serious as they are taking it right now. So there's a shift in perception, but I would say this is due to this person growing up and maturing in this connection, and this connection seems to have catalyzed this person to grow up, to live more purposefully. They're grateful for that, but it's not an energy of being grateful and then just being in this energy. Is more so an energy of being grateful and wanting to look forward what is to come. And they're trying to tackle the situation in the most practical way that they can think of. So this is not only feelings. We get a lot of action motivated thoughts, action motivated intentions from this person. So they're committed to making something work in this connection. And I would be surprised if you didn't hear from this person very soon, because they seem to be in some sort of action mode. And what's also coming through is that there might have been a lot of red flags, especially with the depiction of the oracle cards where we see red fabric. And we see more red fabric. We see red fabric with the Emperor in the Seven of Pentacles, which I never really thought of. And this person has a red flag on their shoulder. So I would say that this person needs to recalculate how to go about this connection with how they acted towards you, or how they lacked purpose in the past when it came to this connection. There's definitely the shift in the perception of this person, and very significantly so in their energy. It's a real transition that this person underwent, and it helped them to step into their power. Whatever went down in this connection that we right now really don't quite see from this person, we see that there were some mishaps. I can really feel into that by tapping into the energy of all of the red fabric, that it led to this heartbreak. It led to the Three of Swords being here and being depicted with his heart being stabbed by all of these swords. So there has been a transition due to that in terms of how this person perceives, I want to say almost everything, but mostly themselves. And this is a very personal transition that this person went through. And this is why we have the Nine of Abundance here. So this helped this person to grow up and mature and go about things in life in a more mature way. And they're extremely grateful for that, and that's why they want this in their life. It made them realize something about themselves. So for this person, whatever happened between the two of you was necessary, and also your reaction to this person, how they might have treated you, treated the connection. They have very strong feelings toward you, and a lot of that is still unsaid. Yeah, but this person definitely does want stability in the connection. They are a little down on the fact that you don't seem to care so much right now, or you don't seem to care for their attention right now. That's definitely how they feel. They definitely know that they need to calculate or take into consideration how they treated this connection, treated you in the past. This person did definitely gain some maturity in terms of their feelings, and there's a lot of depth to that. So this person gained purpose, they gained maturity, they gained a sense of belonging in the world, and their way of viewing connections did definitely change, but it's not so much of a broad thing. It's really toned down to just wanting this connection. That might have been a very different scenario and energy in the past, that this person might have just not taking things as seriously. That's not the case any longer with this person. So the Emperor is Major Arcana number 4 in this deck that we got the Emperor in, and we have the Four of Action, which is the 4 of Wands. And it's talking about stability, having a very grounded and safe connection. And this person wants to give this connection the safety net. They want to make sure that you know that they come in correct this time. They're very action oriented. They want action in this connection. What may be troubling them right now, but it's not so much so that it's literally like troubling them that they're not going to move this forward, is that there is no action in this connection in the direction that they want this connection to go. So this person's definitely in love. And what is coming through with the energy from this person from the past is only that they have been immature, really immature about the connection. And with this 18 we see from the moon, major arcana number 18, this is giving a passage of this Dua Lipa song, did a full 180 crazy thinking about the way I was. And then we have the Three of Swords, did the heartbreak change me? Maybe. And the heartbreak did change this person, definitely. But the rest of the song won't apply at all, because this person definitely wants this connection, definitely wants this connection to move into the right direction. And direction is definitely something this person's concerned about when it comes to you. So they want to invest in this connection. They want to make sure that the right steps are taken so this connection can flourish into something very stable, grounded, committed, and abundant. With the Nine of Abundance, the Four of Action. And they love how abundant you seem to be. It seems to be that there has also been a transition in terms of your energy. So what is rather unusual to me is that we get almost nothing about what went down in the past, only that there's been a lot of red flags, a lot of immature behavior from this person. Could also be that you didn't know how to treat the connection, didn't know how to handle certain things that were thrown at you, so that this whole dynamic was a little shaky in the past. This person's energy is so cleared from that. The only thing that is still remaining is the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. So there has been this extreme shift, and so much so that we also mostly don't see this in their energetic field. Is this part of their calculation for the future? Definitely they have to take that into account. Definitely they do take that into account, what happened between the two of you. They don't want to dwell on the past though. They're very much in action mode, with Thor being here and the Emperor and the other rune card that we got. Very active mode this person is in, fighting for the connection, fighting to be heard and seen by you again. They're relying completely on their intuition that there's still something there, or that's what they wish for. They feel like there must still be, like something must still be there. What catalyzed this person out of their immaturity and out of their lack of purpose is a shift in the dynamic from the feminine part. Couldn't be any other way. Something drastic needed to change, because we get this very redefined, repurposed energy from this person. They're going in a new direction and they're trusting in the unknown at this point. And they have nothing that they really can base all of these needs and all of these cravings in terms of the connection on, other than their intuition. They've really, and I would say this is new to this person, like they've really for the first time trying to trust their intuition 100% when it comes to connections, and definitely this connection, and that there is still a possibility for stability. This could be due to the female being extremely open in the past to the more masculine energy in this connection. So I get for the great maturity that you're the feminine in this connection, asking about the more masculine, because this is giving a very masculine approach and energy, with Thor being here, with the Emperor being here, with the King of Cups being here. Yes, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, but this is this person thinking that the more feminine isn't so receptive to their energy any longer. And I think the receptivity from the feminine part was always something to count on for this person in the past. So once that was gone, because I get that in this person's energy, that now they want to move things forward, now they have direction, now they have purpose, now they want to come correct, is only like this shift in energy from the feminine was needed in order to get this person on board and want to chase this connection. It's giving a real chaser dynamic from this person we see on the left side, which we wanted to treat as your person. So we're gonna do that. They're very much enamored by you. They're very much in their feelings. You push them into their feelings, but they also aren't dwelling upon the past and how this transition did hurt them, because it was necessary. And actually I get from this person so much emotional maturity that they also recognize that their heartbreak in this was necessary in order to get them to a state that they want to chase this connection again, that they want commitment in this, that they're more purposeful in the connection, and that they literally have more direction in life. And I would say that it led to more direction in life in general. And this person also integrates their more emotional side in their work, and it favors their work in one form or another. So this person is very happy about being able to have this connection in the first place. But this person also feels like you're somehow sleeping on the connection, but feels like this is divinely guided. So they really have to trust their intuition in this. They cannot rely upon anything else rather than their intuition. and the receptivity of you in the past. So you seem to have been very receptive of this person in the past, and that's something this person now needs to rely on, and they're trusting their heart space to guide them in the right direction because they want this connection, and they feel powerful and purposeful enough to make their intentions known by you and to have you on board again. But they know that it will take some convincing from their part, or it will also take more investment from their part, emotionally as well as tangibly. They're determined to make it work, though I feel it's also necessary for this person to really come correct and show that they've matured in a very tangible form, because we have this King of Cups and right next to it is the Seven of Pentacles. So this person needs to prove themselves, and they wouldn't want to have it any other way. So they know that this is needed in the connection for them to go through this phase of proving themselves, and they're here for it. It's not like they're not here for it. The contrary, like they're here for it. That's exactly what they want to do now, is prove themselves. And this is crucial to the connection as well, for them to prove themselves. If there still is going to be a future in this connection, is this person has to come correct. This person needs to prove themselves. They want this so much so that it's all over the place. So let's see how the feminine feels about the connection right now, in their energy toward the connection in this person. So yeah, this is like, I always read it that way and it just simply came out this way. So your energy toward the connection, and if the energies flip-flop, take it as it resonates, leave the rest. This is a general reading, remember that. So yeah, let's see what you feel toward the person and toward the connection. So let me get this in the middle, and we're going to look into your energy toward this person, or the more feminine part toward the connection. Nine of Emotions. Okay. Interesting how we have the Nine of Abundance, and from the same deck we get the Nine of Emotions, but you only had one card flying out. Then you have Truth on that. Yeah, when I was shuffling and did not yet see the cards, I was getting the sense of you wanting to own your truth, really owning your truth, owning what you want and wish for in a connection, and not settling for anything less, or not letting this person's truth overpower and overshadow your own truth, because this person also does seem very powerful when it comes to their energetic makeup. So we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, someone's actually sleeping on it. We have Loki. Also, very combative, the two of you. 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Nine of Emotions is the Nine of Cups upright. And to me, I always rate it as having more self-love and self-compassion. And the highest form of self-love in the deck to me is the Nine of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Swords, speaking your truth as well. 10 of Wands. I love this depiction. You're keeping time on this connection. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yes, so this person was right, not that you're not investing in the connection right now. Ace of Cups, trusting the divine with your emotional happiness. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, getting yourself unstuck. Okay, the Tower upright. The Wheel of Fortune. Very purposeful energy, the Hanged Man up in reverse. Okay. So I get that a lot of you are back from previous readings that I did. Welcome back. Love to have you here, obviously, because I've seen this energy, or I've seen this energy progress, and I'm happy for you, pile number one. Definitely am, that you're in such a stable, grounded place. You seem to be very much self-loving, owning your truth, trusting in divine timing, trusting that the divine will align you to the right situation, to the right people. And I would say that you really gotten yourself unstuck. And I would say this situation, this person made you feel stuck. It seemed to be the same old all the time. You waited for something and nothing progressed. Because we have this depiction of the time in the Nine of Wands, which I did put a lot of cards about that. But yeah, we see the time, and that's the only thing we see with this card. So I think this side of the reading doesn't necessarily view this other person as their happy ever after any longer. They just trust in the divine, and they trust their own happiness. They're not investing in a connection. They're holding back. They're not content with the way things have progressed with the Four of Cups. And they're sleeping on this right now. It's this, like you're sleeping on the connection with the Four of Cups, not wanting the connection unless someone comes overcorrect, unless this other person comes overcorrect and corrects errors of the past. But the sun and the moon would have to be realigned if you were to take this connection into consideration. You're considering right now what's going on. You're considering how things might have progressed, how this person might have progressed, but you're also very much aware of your own worth, the beauty of your own energy, how much happiness you can align yourself with when you focus on the right things, and you're determined to find your happy ever after and find your happiness and find something that will suit you. So there's still this little ounce of curiosity when it comes to this person. So that is still like this little ounce. We see with the Wheel of Fortune and the depiction of the Wheel of Fortune, which is simply depicted by someone who is in their thoughts thinking about something, and the Wheel of Fortune is talking about divine intervention in terms of your happiness, with the Ace of Cups right next to it, and your trust in the divine in delivering something that will purposefully be yours. So also very driven by purpose and very driven by what's going to work for you, and trusting your fate, trusting that fate will play out. From your side, I get a sense of not being hurt in the past in the connection. And this is the first time we really see what went on. So because they're extremely individualistic, which we saw in this person's energy, that was childish behavior. But it also didn't take you into account. They did not take you into account. They acted a certain way, and then you weren't content because you were stuck in this connection that didn't evolve in a way that you needed it to evolve, and that didn't give you the stability that you so longed for. So this person did notice that you weren't content in the past, and so they treated this connection like something that they made work for them. This person fulfilled their needs with you, but they didn't take you into account in the past. And that's what's heavily indicated in your energy. It's not indicated as much in their energy any longer. As I was mentioning, there's only this heartbreak and this transition in energy, which is due to you owning your truth for the first time. And owning your truth by acting according to events and the timeline of this connection. So timeline we see very heavily indicated by the 10 of Wands, and how this connection was a burden on you, and how it did not serve happiness, and how you're determined to let the truth be told, let your truth be told. Maybe you openly confronted this person in the connection, doesn't have to be, could just be that you withdrew your energy from this connection completely. So, or your energetic blueprint made it sure that you knew what was going on, and that this person was just acting according to what works for them. And I had this in the past, but I get a sense of feeding you breadcrumbs in the past, but it doesn't have to be breadcrumbs. It's definitely not according to how you needed this connection to transform or to progress. The timeline was definitely way off in the connection. This isn't a new connection, obviously. Like, I would be surprised if you were still around, if by everything I just mentioned, if you were still around. But even Loki is focusing more on this pile in and of itself, the way we placed it, and more focused on your truth, fighting for your happiness, fighting for your truth, and knowing that the way things progressed and the way this person treated you in the past, treated this connection, it's not so much so only treated you, but also treated this connection, how it didn't bring happiness for you, how you weren't joyful, how you couldn't light up in the connection because you had nothing to really ground yourself on. And also this imbalance in not being able to really speak your truth and be heard, in that did cause some commotion in the connection. But you did definitely establish in your own sense a true sense of fulfillment and contentment. And because of that, you're depending on the divine. So we have this 9 of emotion, which is the 9 of Cups, and it says it's a magical time in your life when wishes are granted, dreams come true. It may seem that good luck is following you, but actually these happy times are your just reward for being a loving and wonderful person. Your angels are asking you to enjoy your life and have more fun. And this paired with the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you're in tune with your own fate now, not relying on this connection, not relying on this person to show up right for you, knowing that it's your destiny to have a divine connection, and time will tell who is the right person for you, who will show up in the right way. And you got yourself unstuck, definitely, with the 8 of Swords in reverse. So this connection probably did not allow you, it feels like the way everything is depicted, I know this is the last unicorn deck, but the way it's depicted is also making me feel like time was almost frozen for you when you approach this situation and a connection from a very open-hearted and receptive mode. And it seems as though in the past this person might have taken this for granted, taken your receptiveness for granted, and treated it as something that's going to be around forever. And that gotten you stuck because you wanted this connection, you wanted it to move forward, you wanted it to progress, and it didn't progress the way you wished for. The timeline was way off. Like, I cannot help but see this 10 of Wands with a depiction of time and this demon figure biting into it. So, and this is leaving a mark on the heart space as well, right? So with the 10 of Cups in reverse, that really did something to you. But now you do fight for your truth. You fight for what's right. And I would say that this connection definitely did shift something for you in terms of boundaries, in terms of trusting your divine purpose, trusting your divine timeline, trusting yourself, owning your truth. I see someone who's relentlessly owning their truth and someone who's finding their power and purpose again. And I see someone who is determined to make their happiness a reality with their true divine partner, whoever that may be. So just trusting, very trusting, but also not receptive to this person any longer. With the Tower being here, there was something that throw you off in terms of this person. And because we got the Tower upright and not in reverse, when it's in reverse, I read it as having this inner Tower moment of being aware that something needs to change and imposing a Tower moment by oneself. But having this upright, I get a mixed signal from this. So for some of you, time was so off and you just did not see anything progress in this person, like someone who really waited for this person for a long time to come correct and giving them any chance in the book that was possible, and them screwing up over and over again, leaving you stuck in the same place. And obviously you're never stuck, right? But you wanted this connection, so you were extremely receptive, and only receptive to this person for most of you, could be a situation where you want a commitment from this person in whatever form resonates with you, and this person left the status of the connection in the open, or didn't really give you the time of day and didn't give you the attention that you needed. So that gotten you stuck. So you felt stuck because your heart was set on the price, and the price for you in the past was this person, and you're happy ever after with this person. You were determined to make it work. In the past, and we only see that because this energy is still here. In terms of this connection, it's not here in terms of your life in general, because for your life in general, we have the beginning and the end. So things came full cycle for you. We have the 9 of emotion, which is self-love, contentment, being fulfilled, and reaching the highest form of self-love that is possible for me in terms of energy from tarot decks. And then the Ace of Cups, hope for the future, hope for your fate, and things playing out in divine timing and the way they are supposed to go. That's your general approach when it comes to your life. I get a lot of happiness from you overall, but just not in terms of this person, and not how you see and view this connection and how it makes you feel at this point in time. You're definitely not receptive to this person. And only this transition that occurred within you and how you view this connection now has even shifted this person to this state. So now everything in terms of this person makes sense. The 6 of Wands, the 6 of Swords makes sense because we have the Tower here, and everything, like the purpose, everything. So for this person, the Tower moment did give them purpose. They needed this shock. They needed this terrific shift in energy to even come to terms and shift the energy the way they did. That's all I can say about this person at this point. So as I was mentioning, nothing is changing for their energy, right? If we want to look how they feel about the connection, it's everything I said prior about this person. But now that we see your energy in terms of this connection and how you feel about this person is now unlocking what really went down and why everything has shifted and changed, because I got such a determined vibe from this person in terms of making this work now and making this work for them. But yeah, you are not shifting your focus and energy any longer for this person. I would say you're not trying to bend over backwards just to please this person, just to have this connection around. You're not trying to get yourself stuck again in a very unhappy, unfulfilled place. Time is ticking for you in terms of where this connection should be at this point, or where it's like realistic for you to see this connection at this point. You're very realistic about what went down, owning your truth. Yeah, that's like everything I see when it comes to your energy. Let's unlock what's still connecting energies in this. And mutual shared feelings. For the mutual shared feelings, we have the moon. Interesting, this person had the moon. So the mutuals are dominated by this person now, because I feel as though you withdrew more from the connection. So it makes sense that this person dominates the mutuals now. The Ace of Pentacles upright. We have the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, very action oriented. So this person definitely dominates the mutual shared feelings. 8 of Fire in reverse, which interesting. Yeah, there's no progression in the connection, but this person wants to come out of their shell. And yeah, right now nothing is happening though. But this person, yeah, that's see more, so to clarify, 7 of air, 7 of swords, blackberry in reverse, the devil in reverse, Hagalas, Azaron. From the Jane Austen deck, we have the sun and the moon. Didn't I say the sun and the moon would need to realign for you to take this connection back into consideration? That's so funny. And in this deck, it's the 9 of wands, which is unusual for the sun to be the 9 of wands. And it says, it is well to have as many holds upon happiness as possible. The Ace of Swords, more very active and alert energy, which we saw from your person caring, both care in one form or another. Wow. We have the Page of Swords. So help of action. You're blessed with many wonderful things to do. It would be great if you could take the time to make a plan first, but you probably don't have the time. So get busy, follow your instincts, and have fun. You or someone you meet is very self-assured, capable, and enthusiastic, and can do anything with a smile. So your energy opened up to more possibilities. Your energy did open up to new people, new opportunities. And this definitely did shift this person's energy. They're aware that time's ticking. Time is very crucial in this reading in one form or another. The timeline was off in terms of this connection, and now time is very rare. And this person's now aware, and that's the only thing that has gotten them out of this hermit mode, and that's in the connection, in the mutual shared feelings now, is that this person thought they had endless time to make this connection work because you were more receptive to them in the past, and you were almost overly receptive for this person's liking, like not in a sense that they didn't want it, but it was more so like an ego boost, or like more of, for them, like immature, right? More for them like a tap on their shoulder, you're such a wonderful person type of vibe. And this is due to them having a very individualistic approach to life and going through life on, I would want to say, a more self-centered mode in the past, because they weren't out for connections in the way you might have thought they were. But they did realize what they have with this connection. They did realize that they know that the only way to make this work is to go about this connection in an active approach. They want action in this connection. They want to say the right things to you. They want also to have the ability to say the right things to you. They feel like they meditated on this connection enough, and they want to bring this connection about. You're aware of all of this in one form or another. You did feel their energy shift. Maybe they even tangibly made this clear to you, but I get a sense of this not being the case. What's in the mutual is that this person needs to come correct if they want to come at all. That is very clear now. And both parties rely on their intuition when it comes to their life, because this person, as we were mentioning with the moon being here, this person, your person does rely on their intuition when it comes to, can this connection still work? And you rely on your intuition in terms of having a divine connection at all and having happiness in your life, and you're not relying on this person, which is clear to this person. That's why they shifted their energy. You're not relying on this person solely for your happiness. You are very receptive and open to more opportunities now with the sun, and like what the sun is literally saying, and the sun being the 9 of wands. So you're going to have your happy ever after, and this person's aware that you're making it work now, and it's like do or die for this person. So this is getting them into this very active mode, because they feel like competition has entered the room, if that makes sense. And that could not actually be the case, but that's like something they sense, that something has shifted, and they feel as it must be due to you seeking new people or seeking your happiness elsewhere, and they're now competing for your attention. And I feel for the first time truly. So there was some sort of initial spark, yes. And then this person treated this connection from a place of complacency. But that's all in the past. That's not the energy any longer. It's just me explaining the past and explaining your energy towards the connection, your feelings towards the connection. Because as I was mentioning, this is not this person's energy and feelings any longer. Right now, a lot of things are left unsaid. Both parties with the Ace of Swords wish for a turn of events, but from very different viewpoints. But this is also due to, for the first time, you really owning your truth 100%, and not owning your truth in speaking it, but could also be speaking it actually with the Knight of Swords, but rather also like your energy is very clear on, it's more so your energy actually that is making this change happen. It's your energy that is very determined to find your happiness and stand in your truth. What is mutual with the rune is that you both feel shaken to change something. This person feels shaken up to change their behavior, and it has catalyzed this change in being more mature, treating relationships and people differently. And again, not in general, it's also connected to you mostly because they're very fixated on you. But it also made you realize a lot of things. And the rune is directly connected to the tower, and this is looking like a tower depiction. You both are more in tune with your feelings and with what it is that you actually want. So this is also something that is shared. But there's also a lot of heavy thinking involved when it comes to the two of you, and there's a lot of room for arguments right now. If you aren't on talking terms, then the ground that you are on right now is more so one of arguments, because both aren't really on the same page when it comes to the connection. And with this person, yeah, it's everything that we prior said. So it's just what I can tell you by looking at the cards. I would say there is this hopeful, this happy change, but when it comes to you, this happy change is not connected to this person any longer, as in making your happiness depend on this person. And this person does hope for this happy shift and change, and for luck to be on their side, and there being divine intervention to have something tangible and to have more action in a connection. So both of you notice that right now nothing is ongoing, and I would be extremely surprised if there was any back and forth really. We're definitely still in the midst of the storm with this connection, which we see by the rune. It's still in the midst of the storm. It's still somewhat toxic. There's not a lot of tranquility, but the way this connection is approached is more realistic from both sides. And it's more based in what's actually going on, and based in, so what is this going to be then? So this person's coming forward and you're not coming forward. So this is just not seeing eye to eye right now. And they're still being like, it's still in the midst of the storm, but the connecting energies are very much determined and dominated by this person's energy, like your person's energy, and less determined by your energy. Your energy is one of going within and being receptive to your truth the whole time, rather than being overly receptive to this person and the way they wanted to frame things in the past to make it work for them and not take you into account. So this is what's going on right now, and I'm just reading their energy right now and your energy right now. So if this did resonate, then I'm happy, and if you did like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more readings alike and want to be updated maybe on this connection, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again very soon. Pile number 1, such a pleasure reading your energy. Bye. Hi pile 2, if you pick this deck or this clear quartz crystal, then this is your reading, and I already pre-pulled your card, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And this is your person's feelings toward the connection and toward you, and this is your feelings toward the connection, and this is the mutual shared feelings. The energies may be flip-flopped, so take it as it resonates, but I'm going to refer to this side as your person and that side as you, and those are mutual shared feelings in this connection. So let's get started. For your person, we have Arcano as a rune card. We have the Sun upright, so a happy surprise. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Lovers upright. Wow, the Sun and the Lovers. So right off the bat, I would say that your person has strong feelings for you. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse. So, okay, not feeling stable, grounded, and committed in one form or another. The High Priestess, connecting to their intuition about the connection. Okay. 6 of Swords in reverse. Or is it? No, this is the 4 of Swords. 6 of Swords, because I was reading it like that. The 4 of Swords in reverse. It seems as though this person came to some sort of conclusion, but isn't acting on it right here, right now. But does definitely have deep-rooted feelings for you. And I wouldn't be surprised if you resonated with the term soulmate and had different readings about the situation before. So now we have a 6. We have the 6 of Pentacles upright. So this person wants equal give and take in a connection. And this is with the Lovers, which is also number 6. They want equal give and take in terms of emotions and emotional fulfillment and happiness. And back and forth in terms of having stability. Okay, this person feels very nurturing towards the connection and feels like you have nurtured the connection as well. They see you as very beautiful. They see you as very capable, committed, and full of love, joy, happiness, compassion. And that's how they feel about you as well. We have the Page of Pentacles upright, and for you, a lot of cards fell out. So this person wants to start investing in the connection more. They want this new beginning, or for some of you, if this connection never gotten off the ground, a real start with you. Four of Pentacles upright, holding on to the connection very tightly. Maybe at this point, this isn't really asked for, but I will try to tap into that energy more again. The Knight of Cups upright. So, wow, coming forward with a romantic gesture. So this person wants to not only invest in the connection tangibly, but also want to come forward. They want to come forward. We have, wow, the Ten of Abundance, the Ten of Abundance. Heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. So this person is extremely enamored by you, thinks you're the happy ever after. We have that in pile number 1 as well. Might have felt drawn to pile number 1. Patience. I think this came out in pile number 1 as well. So very similar to pile number 1, indeed. In terms of the person, the storyline was specific, though I'm not sure if you resonate with the exact storyline, but definitely the feelings are reminding me extremely of pile number 1, and the energy is reminding me extremely of pile number 1. So this person feels as though in the past they've might have left you behind. I get that for the majority of people, with the depiction of the Five of Pentacles and that being in reverse. So they want to stop losing you. It could be that you pulled away from this connection gradually due to this person's lack of investment and commitment in the connection, or it wasn't as equal as you would have liked it to. We don't see your energy yet. Let's actually reveal your energy toward the connection, because at this point it doesn't really make sense for me to go about it, and because this person can't be read without your side of the story. So it would be beneficial if we got on your side of the story. I would say that your person's very tangibly looking forward for this new beginning for you, and they want to extend themselves and give this romantic gesture. They did come to terms with their feelings. They know what they want in this connection. They're not going within so much. I would say that they're continuously in tune with their intuition about how they feel toward you, or they've gotten some sort of insight, and they're patient now, definitely. But I would say that mostly this energy reminds me of someone who gets insight on a connection, and then it seems as though it's not going away. There seems to be some sort of connection and bond the two of you share that just doesn't go away. This person can try to shake it off, but it just doesn't. It won't go away. So this person is now determined and is like, might as well act on it then. So they really want to start something tangible, and they want to build this from the ground up, I'm hearing. So yeah, let's get into your feelings toward this person. We have the Page of Cups upright, and it's a very interesting depiction with this fish. In many religions, the fish is a very important symbol that is talking about believing in something to me in this depiction, and how she is cautioning it. So I would say that throughout this connection, you might have questioned your own judgment about this person, because I would say that you are also very much in tune with this bond that the two of you share. So that was a little off-putting to you, and now you need to, it's almost like you feel like you need to put your feelings toward this person on hold, or you need to keep them hidden, but they're there. So you still do have feelings for this person, definitely. Interesting. The Six of Pentacles came out for your person as well, but upright. So whilst they want like equal give and take, I think this is you being aware that it wasn't. It felt like one-sided charity to you, because I think at one point you really wanted this connection to flourish, maybe early on wanted this connection to flourish, and this person didn't invest in the connection when you did want this connection just as much. So I think this is this awareness we also see with the Page of Cups, like caution, something isn't going right, or something isn't going like I need it to go. So the Queen of Swords, being more discerning, I would say, towards this connection, starting to own more of, yeah, because I see this from the left side, being more logical about it. So being more logical about the connection and taking it more face value, and also not shying away from owning your truth, which is also very much connected to pile number 1. And this is also a green card. And we have the Queen of Swords, so green is connected to the heart chakra. And yeah, but the whole deck is very much green, so that I chose. But this is due to connecting to your heart chakra, and all of the energies are connected to the heart chakra. So the 8 of, might want to check out pile number 1, because this is just, at this point, it's all the same almost. This came out for pile number 1 as well. The exact card. In terms of the feelings that this like you had toward this person, and this person was also extremely into pile number 1, so might want to check that one out. This is in reverse, so you want to get yourself unstuck from this waiting position, holding on and needing to hold back your emotions, your happiness, and you'll have like your happiness and well-being on hold, because you at one point in this connection you gave, you wanted this so much, and this person didn't even nourish the connection, and now like they see what they have once it's gone. That's the type of vibe. You definitely did get yourself unstuck from certain thought patterns that weren't serving you when it comes to this connection, and maybe even obsessive thoughts that you couldn't stop, and you somewhat couldn't contain yourself from doing so. And I think through that you sort of ascended also to a higher level of conscious, so that you could rid yourself of that. And then we have, oh my god, this is Isa as a room card, and yeah, this is very much self-explanatory. You feel like this person gave you a cold shoulder, but now you step into that energy of being a little more reserved toward this person. Then we have the Hermit. Oh, definitely, most definitely, yeah, you're shying away from the connection, you're shying away from this person. At this point, really check out pile number 1, because if that somewhat resonated with you, but this is reminding me of pile number 1 so much. Knight of Coins. So if this person wanted to come correct, they needed to come correct. If this person wanted to be part of your life again, they really needed to come correct. And I think you are somewhat aware of the energy this person is having right now, but there's this in between, because this person's showing up as this Page of Pentacles, which is a starter vibe, and the Knight of Refined. If this person was to come, they would need to come correct for you to step out of this hermit mode again, because you're looking for your truth, because things just literally didn't work out for you the way you wanted them to. So you're in this mode of being like, I want my happiness and I want my commitment. If someone was to be with me and wants to be with me, they better make sure to come correct. And then we have the 6 of Cups, a lovely depiction of the 6 of Cups. Yeah, you still have happy memories when it comes to this person. And it feels as though you've grown and you've changed, but you still also remain the sense of being in tune and in touch with how well this person made you feel at one point, and how happy they made you just by their presence, I would say, and just by the hope for this connection. What made you the happiest in this connection was the hope that you had for it. So this is the 6 of Cups to me. King of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely very analytical at this point when it comes to this connection, and you're ready to tackle anything in life that comes your way. I would say that you've grown quite a bit throughout having this person around, and due to this connection. So, but you might also be a little reserved and afraid, because this person wants, in pile number 1, gaslighting was a thing. And maybe this person, once you're around them, it's very hard to keep this modest approach, because it does something to you. So I would say with this King of Swords, you're a little afraid to put yourself in a vulnerable state with this person, because you've seen what it did to you in the past. The Queen of Swords again out of a different deck. So we have the Queen of Swords once, and then we have it again from a different deck. So you two are probably very alike, and this is also, see how similar this dragon looks in terms of color? Wow. So this to me, and this is also Lilik. So this to me talks about, not only did you step into your more logical approach when it comes to this connection, but you also cage the hope that you have for this person somewhat, in like you bury that to function, I would say. And there's things left unsaid. Yeah, and I definitely do pick up on a very intense bond when it comes to the two of you. With this raven, that reminds me of a very intense bond, because ravens are very loyal to one another, and they have very well refined connections and relationships, and they never stray away from their partner. So a lot of sadness that I get, and a lot of, I want to say unkept promises, though the promise wasn't really made. It was more so there was hope for a promise to be there. So the Emperor. You definitely are standing in your power now, but I would say that you also recognize this person, your person, as someone who is very much in their power and very powerful themselves. So I think that's why you see this person as your counterpart. A happy change. Major Arcana number 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So hoping for a happy change. So yes, you want this person in your life, you want them to come correct, but for you, the energy would still need to shift and change because you recognize that probably in the past you've gotten positive readings on this person, and it did also match your intuition about this connection, and it did match your awareness of what was going on, but it didn't match their actions. So now you caution yourself way more, and I would say that you are taken aback by the level of investment and commitment this person has shown you. So yeah, I get someone who's wanting a new beginning, but wanting this person to come extra correct. So you both want a new beginning, but this person isn't there yet in matching your energy. But also I would say if you resonate with pile number 1, and if you would watch pile number 1, I would get some advice on the situation to try to clean the air somewhat, like shift the energy that you're feeling, because I think there's like repressed emotions and repressed, which makes sense. It's 100% plausible to me, and I've been there, but it's repressed emotions, and yeah, something is lurking inside, right? So you want to make sure to have that beautiful energy again, because you're very powerful, you're very intuitive, pile number 2. And I would say that to stand in your power even more, it would be probably beneficial if you could release the hurt that this connection might have brought you, so that your energy sparkles more again. So that's and with this happy change, your angels have heard your prayers and have band together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events bring to move forward, and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions due to the suddenness of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. So why I'm saying this is because I feel as though this connection is probably going to be around again, and you want to make sure that once it's around, you have cleared the air in terms of like your own air. But yeah, simplicity, beautiful. I think that you get joy from the small things now, and small things make you happy in life now. You stop and smell the flowers. You enjoy life most of the time, very deeply. I get that you are a very joyous soul, and whilst your path of ascension may have not been the easiest, you're definitely reaping the rewards already. So this is giving it. And then change. Wow, a happy change. Yeah, you want this change. You want this new beginning, actually. I would say that you crave it. Even if you dim it down or try to dim it down due to what happened between the two of you, it's still there. So let's get the connecting energies. We have the Four of Swords, which is interesting because your person had the Four of Swords in reverse. But it's probably due to, which I was just mentioning, right? You want to clear the air in terms of how you feel and let your emotions guide you on this journey. Maybe some sort of bath ritual or anything that gives you like real self-care and is like soul deep self-care, meditation, breath work, going on walks, stopping to smell the flowers, journaling, whatever you can come up with that will make you feel more in tune and more in touch, releasing the past and stepping into your new beginning that you so crave, and will accelerate this change and will also change the timeline in terms of this connection somewhat. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So no one's investing emotionally in the connection in the 3D right now. And when it comes to you, I would almost say I would actually say in no D do you actively invest in this connection right now. And then the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they're still, you see, like this person has this Page of Pentacles upright, but you wanted them to come in their Knight of Pentacles. Makes practical sense. Very practical. They're not coming forward right now, right? You don't see this change that you can feel in your heart is happening. It's just the Emperor, and you have the Emperor as well. So that was why I was saying you feel like this person is also very powerful. And indeed, this person may be a little older than you, because this man looks definitely in his 40s or 50s. So probably not going to be a thing for the majority, but could be for a select few that this person is in that age group somewhat, or just older than you, or just, I would say this person's very powerful, but you're also very powerful. And I would say that this person triggered certain things in you. Like if you resonate with the soulmate journey, then I would say this person did trigger certain aspects in you that made you ascend to a higher level, or a lot of things came up that you worked through and that you're still in the process of working through. And yeah, this is like the Wheel of Fortune again, this room card. So both want this. Both want this, need this. Both want this connection to come full cycle. We have the cycle and we have the 10. So this is not only you. This is this person. And I would say that the energy that this person is exuding is, yeah, it's cycling through. And that's why you still feel this pull towards this person and you still have hope for this connection. Makes sense. Pile number 2. Embrace those around you. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. Yeah, being around people that make you feel your best. And I think this is the Hierophant. Make you feel your best. Surrounding yourself with people from certain institutions could be very helpful. Maybe you have a friend circle that has the same interests when it comes to spirituality like you do, or maybe you go to church. There's probably a lot of Christians also watching this. So maybe you have like some sort of religious background that you can very much ground yourself in. And it would be good to surround yourself with people that actually make you feel wholesome, make you feel whole, so that you aren't coming from a place of lack once this connection re-emerges. But it's also not waiting for this connection and being very in tune with who is actually around you and who's investing in you to give you stability and give you maybe even this up a notch of support and commitment. And I see the need for great support, and not in terms of like you lacking something or you being in lack mode, more so of being human, right? We do depend on our surrounding and our community. So it would be beneficial for you to seek community and to do joyous activities in community and be right there singing. So indulge in anything that will make you feel good, make you feel joyous, and that you know that your community is down for. If you don't have that type of community that you feel like you can be yourself around, right now would be a very good time to extend yourself to more like-minded people and make an active gesture toward that. But also, because it came out in the connecting energies, both of you feel this intuitive nudge where this could go, and both of you want commitment from this. So I think this person wants commitment just as much as you do. For some of you, I'm getting like you don't even necessarily want this person back, you just want your fair share, and it doesn't really matter with whom. But I would say that you're not 100% real with yourself when you put it that way, because there's still like a part of you still has hope for this connection to come around. Healer of action. This is the Page of Swords, which I think came out for you as well, but both are realistic when coming to terms where this could go. And it says this is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to. If your heart is open, you're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person could handle difficult situations with grace. And actually with this grace, I would say that both of you aren't trying to get their feet wet at this moment in time. Both of you don't want to fall from grace and embarrass oneself. So like this person fears rejection more than you, because I think you had your fair share energetically of not getting your fair share from this person, but this person does fear rejection. So last card, hope. Yeah, it sums it up. I mean, that's what we were saying the whole time, right? By 3, if you chose this deck or this crystal, then this is your reading, and I already pre-pulled your card so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And this is your person's feelings toward the connection. Those are your feelings toward the connection and this person, and these are the mutual shared feelings, and we're going to reveal them. Let's start with your person, how they feel about this connection. For your person, we have the 2 of Wands in reverse, and we have the Emperor. 2 of Wands, Emperor. And then we have the Magician in reverse. We also have the 6 of Cups upright, as well as the Hermit upright. So yeah, this person's definitely holding back, especially with the 2 of Wands in reverse. I would say that this person has maybe made up their mind, or they're just trying to not come to terms with, I wouldn't even say come to terms with what's going on between the 2 of you. I would say they're trying to not be vocal about what's going on, especially with the Hermit being here, or trying to lay off making a decision for now. And then the 3 of Swords, heartbroken about the connection. Okay. 3 of Wands in reverse, not extending themselves toward you right at this moment, and I get that. 5 of Pentacles, something is lost. They feel this connection like they lost you in a sense. Someone's walking away in this depiction. It also feels like they lost their stability in a sense. Then we have the Queen of Swords. So someone here could have spoken some harsh words, could have really be discerning in terms of this connection. So this is how this person feels. And then we also have the Guardian of Action. Yeah, definitely there was like some sort of back and forth. And if that wasn't literally with words, then that was energetically that boundaries were set in this connection, I guess. And we have the Guardian of Action, and it says it's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. And we also get that with the Emperor being here. So I think this is your person, and this is how they literally naturally see themselves, or also how they want to show up in the connection. But I feel as though this person feels like they don't even get the chance to do so. This person feels like this connection doesn't enable them to act in a way that is suiting them right now. So we have, yeah, I don't take these in reverse. We have your Watts, and this, yeah, is a very nurturing rune card. So there is this feeling of wanting to nurture something, and this is super close to the depiction of the Six of Cups, where we also see the last unicorn and someone cuddling it, and we see the same. This is unheard of. I mean, how specific is that as a depiction for like someone to cuddle a horse? No, this is a unicorn, but that doesn't exist, right? So they're both horses to us now. And someone is cuddling that. So this person feels also that you're tending and nurturing other things right now instead of the connection. This person's literally heartbroken about the connection. And I think there's like a great sense of loss. And I would say that this person feels like they can't do anything about it with the Magician in reverse. They feel like they might have lost you for good. And then with your last card, we have Chaos, okay? Very dull and gray in this depiction. So this reminds me of the Three of Swords and being heartbroken about something. But I think this person wants to cherish the memories that the two of you created in one sense or another, and they feel like there's power in that. But this person is very much in lost mode, or in loss, feeling lost. And with the Three of Wands, not expending themselves, being stuck in a place somewhat, and I would say being stuck in heartbreak and trying to shine a light upon their way and where it may lead them. But they feel like everything is leading them away from the connection, and that is creating chaos in their life as well. And I would say this connection is definitely already catalyzed this person to view connections in life from a different lens and to really need to go within. I see someone who may have been superficial when it comes to connections in people, or how they treated people in the past, and they treated potential romantic interests. And this person did see that the way they went about connections in the past, it doesn't work with you, and their ways were flawed. Definitely. So this person has to really reassess. And right now they feel like they're in chaos mode. Right now, nothing is given. They're questioning everything they know in terms of how to nurture connections, how to be in a healthy and stable, grounded relationship. And I would be surprised if you were in contact with this person, because I'm tapping only into a sense of something from the past. When I try to tap into something that this person's feeling toward you, is like memories from the past and how they nurture these memories. Even I would say that they frequently go back to remembering events from the past where the two of you were, yeah, maybe I'm trying to come up with where you two were a thing. If that was like dating, and like really like, let's get a clarify on that, because I cannot make up my mind about what that is and what that feels like right now to me. What is the Six of Cups about, Spirit? Let us know. Sorry if that is very loud right now. The Four of Wands. So you did have something that was somewhat committed, like there was some sort of commitment, and if that wasn't literally commitment that the two of you were in, which I get for the majority, that it was like something was already in the open. It was clear that you two were a thing. And this was what this person wished for, definitely. So they wished for times when commitment seemed on the horizon and it came natural, it came easy to the connection. Now I would say that this person would have to go above and beyond to even have this connection in their life. But yeah, they would really have to work on the connection, or work even on some type of communication, which I feel like is not ongoing. But with the Four of Wands, we definitely do see that in the past, because this is a clarifier for our Six of Cups and for a nurturing card. And I feel as though we got the Six of Cups twice somewhat. There was a time when this person nurtured the connection in a sense that was screaming commitment, and maybe you two were literally committed. We have this forever, and at one point this person thought this was going to be there forever, and I feel as though they're not letting go of that way of seeing the connection, way of viewing the connection. But there's something that's just not adding up. The way things are currently going, it's not adding up. And let's get more of like how you feel about this connection, because I feel as though this person, it's not superficial, but the energies that we see are somewhat superficial. It's very hard to really tap into their energy, because literally they're showing up even on an energetic level. They're showing up as this emperor, this guardian of action, very guarded heart space, because it's broken. It seems to have been broken. We literally have this emperor with this wand, and it's a heart, and then we have the Three of Swords, the heart space, and that's obviously the Three of Swords, and a depiction of the Three of Swords of being very sad about something in the connection, and sad about probably you also went into isolation mode and didn't give this person the time of day and tried to look for the light elsewhere, maybe in the past. So this person's definitely heartbroken about that, and they feel like, where do I go next, because I literally lost something that was like my forever. And then for your energy, we have the Two of Swords upright, which is interesting because we have the Two of Wands in reverse for this. Like, you are as well trying to come up with a decision, but I would say that for you, the decision is more so walking away from this connection. I would say for you, the door is still somewhat open, but you're leaning more towards like walking away from the connection. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, what is it going to be, right? And I would say that you feel like this connection is faded, and yeah, you're wishing for the divine to lead you and guide you in making a decision if you are to walk away for good. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you want action. You want, like, as I was mentioning, you want the divine to interfere here somewhat and bring action to the connection once again, so that you can make up your mind what it is going to be, and you're trusting your heart. And I would say God space in this. And the Unknown card, yes. So you're in trusting mode right now when it comes to this connection. But as I was mentioning, I feel as though you're more so walking away from the connection, or you're leaning towards the side of not giving this the time of day any longer. And strength, yeah, trying to be strong, even if it would mean you would have to walk away from the connection and see how this forever sign is there again. Like, I would say that at one point you really thought this is going to be your forever. And what's really interesting to me is the coloring code in these cards, and how we see the red orange color reappearing in this wand, and we have this wand as the Ace of Wands. So the divine action that you wish for the divine to interfere and bring this connection back around, or this person to come back into your life, whatever this may be. For you, it's like divine intervention, and that would just be something given that would need to occur from the outside. You're not trying to go above and beyond for this person at this point in time. And yeah, the candle just went out, but I feel as though you feel like it's faded, and there is a chance that this is ill-fated. See how these creatures, these birds, what are they called again? But in the desert, they surround something that is weak and limping to make sure, like, if it dies off, then they're going to have their fair share. So I would say that both is possible at this time for you, for this connection to die off, but also like you still trying to be strong and still trying to hold on, because it may be your treasure. Like, this connection may be your forever, but you want the divine to interfere. You want something to happen in the connection still, but you are waiting for this person to make a move, if you will, like for the divine to interfere somewhat, for this person to make a move, trying to be strong in the connection, trying to hold on. But it's just, you just trying to come to terms. You're trying to have some information inside on a connection, what is going to happen next with the Unknown card, if it even makes sense to stay strong. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you want action. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands together, like, you want action in a connection. You want movement from this person. Maybe you're also doing things that would lead to this person acting in a certain way or giving you clarity. For some of you, for others of you, you want this by faith. Like, you want there to be a lot of back and forth from this person, but this person's holding back a lot. So literally there is no movement right now, I would say, or there's not enough movement for your liking. And we have the Nine of Swords. You're trying to lay off the burden. And again, we see these birds hovering around, and she's sleeping in this, but it's almost looking like a corpse with this analogy I gave earlier. So I would say, like, you're trying to be strong, and you're trying to ask yourself, what is it going to be really? Like, this is just being curious if this is your faith in this is still strong, and if this is your fate, like if this connection is ill-fated with a black sword, or if it's your destiny and we're always going to be with this person. So the vibe is this really my soulmate, or is this a karmic soul tie, if you will? So we have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, someone's not speaking up. You're very much aware of that. I would say this person isn't speaking up about their feelings, isn't speaking up about what it is going to be. And we again have these ravens in this depiction, but as I was mentioning, I don't know the name right now, but we have the Five of Wands in reverse. You don't want conflict in this. And again, with the depiction of the lions, you're done sacrificing your time and the efforts you once made toward the connection. You're done having this be a sacrifice. You want something real and committed. And I wouldn't say this is a literal conflict when it comes to your person and you. Could definitely be that there was disagreement. We have a lot of swords, so a lot of thought patterns toward each other, a lot of maybe back and forth literally talking, but I get a sense of this more so being you don't want to sacrifice your time and you don't want to, this is literally giving like sacrifice. Ace of Cups, Ace of Hearts, and again we see a bird riding something with a feather that is way bigger than it. So this is like you trusting that this connection is written in the stars. You trusting that if this is meant to be, it will be. And I would say that it took a lot of thought patterns also to get you to a state of trusting in the divine as much when it comes to this connection. And being so, it's like something comes full cycle for you to be trusting in this connection as much as you do right now. And I'm trying to, but something did not yet come full cycle, but your hope is mainly in the divine to guide this to calmer waters and for your time not to have been a sacrifice to the unknown. Go within Major Arcana number 2. So this says you are a very intuitive person and there are many wonderful insights that lie waiting inside you. Take time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer. There's no need to take action right now. Be patient with yourself. Actually, I think this is more so the divine interfering here because we have you wanting so much action. And I would say this is sort of advice from the divine to get clear on what it is that you want. And the divine interfering, saying you're very intuitive. Use your intuitive gifts, not so much so for trying to come to terms full cycle when it comes to this situation, but maybe more so what would be coming full cycle for you right now. What would you need in order to be happy right here, right now? And reflect upon the desires of your heart because they're legit, right? Some lesson is like, you're trying to go within what is it going to be with the Two Swords, and this is the 2. So this is definitely connected. The going within part, trying to come to terms, make a decision, what's it going to be? And the divine is like, take what you already have in order to make up your mind and try to tap into your heart space and like what do you desire for connection to be. If that is a lot of back and forth, if that is a lot of stability, do you feel like this person is providing that for you? And we have Teresa's very interesting depiction for this wrong card, and then we have another wrong card for you. There was like 2 coming out. Jera. So with Jera being here, this again is reminding me of the sacrifice. This is someone who's worked on the connection. Like you're someone who has worked on the connection and you wouldn't want this to go to waste. And I would say that you're in some sort of interfering mode with the divine and trying to come to terms why you don't see the results of where you already put your mind and heart and effort toward, and why there is like not what you expected this to be. I would say this is someone who did the right things, tried to nurture the connection in the right way, but it's not coming full cycle. Again, this is full cycle going through the seasons. You have full cycle with the Wheel of Fortune, with the fate of this connection, and then you have like a lot of cards hinting to this coming full cycle, you wishing for this to come full cycle. Caring, you care about this person, you definitely do. But this is awkward, like the depiction. I never really looked at it that way. Again, these are birds. So one bird seems to be extremely angry, whilst the other one is caring for them. So it may be that this person, you already gave this person a lot, and this is reminding me of tending to something and nurturing it, and the other person not taking it for what it is for you and taking that for granted and not recognizing that those efforts were already you going above and beyond for them, or you really nurturing something, and that you did it also. I would say that yes, you did it because your heart's very pure, but you also did it obviously to reap the rewards of this connection coming full cycle, and there being this commitment that is ongoing and not someone who's like, I wouldn't even say someone's really to blame here, but with this chaos and how this person's acting towards the connection and not expending themselves with the 3 of Wands in reverse. They're not coming toward you, then they're in their hermit. I would say that this connection reminds me of this dynamic in the past. You really did go above and beyond for this connection. You really nurtured this connection, and there was a lot of action. But now you want this in return. But this person here, your person, still, instead of nurturing this connection just like you did, this person expects you to just repeat the cycle over and over and over. They're not looking forward to change the dynamic in this connection. And that's why we have the Six of Cups here. So for this person, nurturing the connection or tending toward the connection means having it the same way as it always was. And that's their happy ever after, is for this dynamic to be an ongoing one, whatever this dynamic was. We don't literally see that. So this person's very passive, and I'm sure that in one way or another, when it comes to the connection, that's how they acted before. So they have happy memories about you maybe overgiving to the connection, maybe overgiving to this person because you wanted something in return. And you felt like there's definitely something in the dynamic when it comes to the past is off here. And this person wants the same dynamic back in their life. And it doesn't make sense for them that you literally stopped investing in the connection as you once did. And that doesn't make sense for them. But they are not looking forward to changing the dynamic. The way it was is perfect for this person because it nurtures them. It puts them in a place of power, and they feel more powerful when the dynamic's that way. And this person's holding back right now because they feel as though it may be right now that you are leaning toward maybe this isn't it, but there's going to be a time when you push toward this connection again. And we see that being hinted in your energy as well, that you are waiting for like back and forth. So this person may not be overall wrong, and they're playing their cards in this somewhat. And I don't mean that in a negative or cruel way. I think it's just a dynamic that this person may be used to by now. And they feel very safe and solid when you tend to them and maybe overgive and maybe nurture this connection more than they give you in return. And that's the exact dynamic that they want to go back to right now. And they're heartbroken about you not doing what you once did and how you once treated them. And maybe that was fruitful for you as well. I cannot say from these cards, and I cannot say by tapping into the energy literally, but I would say that this dynamic is, if you were to go like full blown again into the dynamic, then it would be what you already experienced with this person. And because you're still feeling this person, I would say that like you're still aware of this person energetically as well, with like so many cards that are talking about fate and how you view this connection, just how you feel about this person, that they literally may be your soulmate. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I actually, let's look at the connecting energies. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So both parties feel like this somewhat is literally the happy ever after, because this person feels very powerful when you're around, and when you are sacrificing a lot of your time and energy toward them, this is empowering them a lot. So they feel like they have a lot to take from this connection. There's like a lot of takeaway from this connection, and it is a very unusual depiction of the 10 of Pentacles, to say the least. We have the Six of, wow, shocker. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, not so much. This is talking about one-sided charity. Yeah, there's definitely something off about give and take in this connection, and that's, you are, I think this is like your energy is extremely potent, and I'm not sure if you are aware how potent it is. It is very well thought through. Your actions are literally well thought through, and your energy is very potent. And it's not like this person is acting toward the connection like whatever, but their energy is distorted with chaos, and their energy is literally distorted, and it is in their power to purify their energy and come with well intentions and the best of intentions, and to get their act together. Like the ball is in their court. That's what it is. The ball is in their court. And I would say this is just reminding us that there was something about the dynamic was off. And then we have the High Priestess. Yeah, you do have so much intuition. You're very powerful. Like, both know that you also what you did, and that's beautiful. What you did, how you acted towards this person, what you told them, what you wrote them, was due to you getting insight on the connection. And I would say that this person before wasn't as aware of you coming to conclusions, making decisions based on, you have the High Priestess twice, so this is definitely you. You have all that it takes to form very well-informed decisions. And I would say that you have this intuitive nudge right now, that it's up to you to make a decision. It's up to you to have this equal give and take. It's up to you to come to terms with what's going to serve you the best. because you deserve it. Obviously, that's not news. But also, you have such a pure energy. And I wouldn't be surprised if your energy was also distorted in the past, also due to this connection. But yeah, no, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about like you being more than capable of making a well-informed decision by tapping into your intuition, tapping into your heart space, and connecting to this innocence of knowing what your heart wants and needs in a connection, and what would be nurturing to you. Because only because you have so much to give doesn't mean you don't get to take as well. You don't get to receive true love and true happiness. And if someone's coming very distorted, I'm not going to judge this person. I don't know this person, and I don't know how they show up in a day-to-day life. But what I do know is that this person's very distorted when it comes to this connection, and very passive, though there's no need for them to be so passive about the connection, because they're the emperor and they're the king of swords. So they can make very well-informed decisions, and they are very analytical, more than equipped to form very good decisions, and more than equipped to get this connection out of the chaos state that they see this connection in right now, out of this heartbreak state. And self-pity is not going to get you anywhere, right? And not self-pity when it comes to you. Like, this is this person having like self-pity, and just, I said this in a reading once before, it's more so a kid that doesn't get the candy any longer. Like, imagine a kid that was getting a lot of stuff, and the parents just recognize that too much candy is not, like, too much of a good thing is not a good thing, right? And now this person is very much used to the amount of candy he'd gotten before, and now this candy isn't there any longer. And that's exactly the energy. This person wants this connection back the way it was, but they don't want to change in a connection. So you have to make your own fate in this. You have to decide upon what is best for you, and you have the most significant energy, very calming, nurturing, very unique, and very potent, extremely potent, with the High Priestess here twice. The way you trust in the divine with your faith, this is significant. Your energy is very significant. If like you needed to know that again, to not feel heartbroken right now, because you see like this, maybe, yeah, obviously you have faith in terms of this connection as well, and you believe this person to be your soulmate. So if they're not showing up right and continuously don't do so, I mean, it's up to you what you do. The Hierophant, both parties know exactly what to do. Both parties have enough insight. And this person, if they're acting passive toward the connection, this is the divine again saying like they do so because they want to do so. It's not like this doesn't mean anything to them, but they want the dynamic back as it was. And if that is something you want as well, then this is a match, definitely. And if you want more than that, we have the Five of Hearts. You peace my soul, I am half agony, half hope. So in the original tarot, the Five of Cups, which this card represents, is depicted by someone standing in front of three cups that fell over, and has two remaining upstanding cups right behind them. And this is looking at spilled milk usually, but because you have so much hope toward the connection as well, it nurtures the energy and it nurtures the connecting energy. So this Five of Cups is partly coming from this person's Five of Coins, feeling like they lost something because literally you're not nurturing the connection as you once did, and you're not babying them, and not oversharing, overgiving, overextending yourself to an extent that isn't nurturing you, that isn't serving you, because you saw like that you couldn't reap the rewards of that. I think that you mostly did it to get something in return. Obviously, that's not a bad thing. Everyone does that, right? That's how life works. But this person thought you, and very immature, though we have the Emperor and the King of Swords, this person thought you did this because there's so much. There's such a great thing. They're so amazing. And I want to say this went straight to the ego. So they think like something is wrong, something is off, something must be off because there's still all that, right? So this person feels like they lost something when you withdrew. They have very happy memories when it comes to you nurturing them the way you did. That's how they remember this connection, you nurturing them, you giving them a lot of your energy, you nurturing the connection. So this person could see what's still remaining and that there's still a chance for them, and they could step in, and that's up to them. I would say that you have good insight when it comes to that. If you see this person doing so, what was that? If you see this person doing so, there's a sense of loss. There's a feeling of agony, definitely. But Spirit, and this is also number 5, this Spirit is telling you, giving you more insight on the connection than you already have. You already have a lot of insight on the connection. You've gotten insight. I would say that you intuitively get insight. You get insight on this connection from readings. You have it down to the T when it comes to this connection by now. But this person also, I would say that the only remaining factor that you are unsure of is how much this person knows. And this person knows. And this is connected. And this is very interesting. This is connected to the Five of Pentacles. The Hierophant is connected to this line. This person is very well aware of what's going on. This person does get insight. The only thing this person's a little off on is this immaturity of thinking that maybe it's not even, it's very hard for me to tap into that. Let's get a clarify on why this person is acting that way, because it just is interesting. And yeah, it would get more clarity. Yes, more clarity, sorry. Let's take a different deck. So why is this person, oh, we didn't reveal some of the cards. Three of Emotions and okay, C. Okay, what else? Magical Harmony. This person thinks that, so this person is very much in tune with their gift of working with energy and connections to make people serve them. And I would say that they also in the past looked out for the archetype of a people pleaser, someone who was a little wounded, and that may have been you in the past. I don't see that being you all the way any longer at all. I think you've gotten a lot of insight and you're very intuitive, your heart space definitely well refined. And I think you use your energy more to your own advantage now than you may have done in the past. And this person is a little heartbroken because they feel like what happened for them to step out of their Magician. So we have the Magician as above and below. That's working alchemy to get a specific outcome is the Magician, literally, when it comes to energies. So this person has very happy memories when they felt like the connection served them exactly how they needed to be nurtured. You gave, and the reason why I say this with like a little spite in my tone is because I think this wasn't from a place of, this was more so coming from a place of thinking you need to sacrifice something. Remember, this is 5 as well. Remember when I was talking about the 5 of Wands in reverse, and I was saying this doesn't feel like real conflict to me. It feels more so like, and usually this is talking about letting go of conflict. And when it came to you in this connection, this was letting go of wanting to sacrifice your time and energy and efforts. So this is why I'm a little, yeah, I have a little spite in my tone when I talk about how this person's acting towards a connection, because at one level they're well aware of that not being what you wished for with the Hierophant here and being very practical about it. The Hierophant knows a lot about society. They have the socials down to the T. So they know they get insight and they are able to practically work with that in society and nurture society. So that's what the Hierophant's capabilities are, and that's where they lie. So there is indeed a little hope for this person left to get it right, because actually they did get it right. It's for this person to come out of their shell, come out of their agony, and come out of this, but you once nurtured me more than you do now, but you once overgave to me. And for this person, definitely they wouldn't phrase it as you did overextend yourself toward me, because that was like more than serving. Like imagine you would get everything you wanted out of a person and from a person, and you didn't even have to show up right for that all the time. You could lack follow through, and this person would still go above and beyond for you. What would that do to your character then? If you wouldn't have to look within. So this person's definitely looking within now. They're looking within, why did the dynamic suddenly change? And I would say that you didn't want to sacrifice all of that any longer, because you didn't, like the connection didn't come full cycle as you wished at a specific moment. You wanted something else from the connection. You wanted there to be more reciprocity. You wanted there to be more equal give and take. And you recognized that this person wasn't going to turn that around. So yeah, that's showing up in the mutuals, definitely. So there is this possibility for this person to turn around. And I'm not here to judge this person, or like, it just, actually it's natural for people to act that way. Just as I was mentioning, what would happen if that was happening to you, if there was literally no consequences and you would always get something out of people, then you would think in order to get your needs met the way they met your needs before, you would have to remain this dynamic. And this is where this person's at. But they're coming to terms with the Hermit, and they get a lot of insight, and they have enough insight to treat this connection the right way. They're not doing it right now, and we don't see if this is going to turn around. Yeah, I think this is also right now for this person, and what's in the mutuals is right now this person is pushed to their limits. A lot of synchronicities, a lot of things this person's getting insight on right now to use their abilities in society and in connections. And I think this person is more than charismatic. This person is like the charm. They are getting insight on nurturing connections in the right way. So they have the ability to step back into their alchemy, if you will, into their magician energy in connections with people in life when bringing, this is very important to them, as it is for everyone, but I think this person is very much someone who's extremely concerned with status, with finances. So they have the ability to step into their full power again, but doing so harmoniously, not by taking from people or having uneven dynamics. And this person's more than notched right now. This person's really, even I feel as though this person's getting cornered right now by spirit, almost like a lot of things happening in their life right now. Because this magical harmony card is literally very close to the original depiction of the Hermit, with the Hermit shining a lantern and shining their light with a lantern. And this is talking about going inside, searching for the answers inside, seeking solitude. And in many tarot decks, the Hermit is depicted with having the light on their head. So this is a mashup of the Hermit and the Magician, which is this person's energy in the connection and coming into the connecting energies. Is both parties are going inside, you more so in your high priestess mode of getting intuitive, not just from the from divine, in a nurturing way. I get for you, it's like, how do you need it? The divine is like, how do you need it? And then serving you your inside very diligently and harmoniously. And for this person, that may be more so the chaos mode and matching their energy, matching, just cause and effect, right? And again, like a little spite in the way I put it, but both parties need to recognize they're doing this connection. I think one, which is you, who already gotten a glimpse of this, overextending yourself isn't like too much of a good thing, isn't going to be a good thing, right? In order to get something in return, you're more than capable and worthy of getting, like, having this equal give and take in connections. So I think that's like your part in this connection. This person's like has like a different aspect to the dynamic, which first glimpse is definitely the more toxic one, right? But I think that's all I have when it comes to this connection. Yeah, but what I wanted to mention before I end this reading is that we see this magical harmony and this Hermit coming together when it comes to this person. This person does want forever with this connection. See how the Magician is depicted by someone who has this eternal sign on their head. That's what's on the back of this person's mind, or at the forefront of this person's mind. Yeah, maybe, but definitely this is something that this person's working for. And then we have the same depiction with the Fool of Wands, this eternity symbol. So this person too feels like this connection is fated, and this connection is here to teach them something. They want this connection back. But everything I said prior, this person is capable though of coming to terms. But when it comes to you, what I was mentioning, you need to honor your truth and need to honor your heart space with all of the insight that you already gotten, and spirit's working with you very harmoniously in order to get you to what you want in life. And being aware of the signs and synchronicities that align you with what you actually want, when you don't make this up to like a person or how a person views you or how much someone gives you or lack thereof. But yeah, that's definitely then all I have in terms of this reading. And thank you for being here, pile number 3. It was such a pleasure to read for you, and yeah, hope to see you again very soon. If you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up if it resonated. If you want to see more of this content, like a light content, and maybe see if this person will come around, you might want to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I'm happy that you were here. Bye.